Hey guys, Ethan Buckley here with Swab-its Firearm Cleaning Products, and today I'm going to be doing an entire breakdown and a cleaning of a Glock 19 Gen 4. I'm going to be using our 9mm bore tips, our brand new 9mm bore sticks, and our 9-piece multi-surface firearm cleaning kit. Okay, so as always when you first are playing with the firearm, make sure that the firearm is unloaded, okay? Drop the magazine out. As you can see, there are no rounds in this firearm. Okay, so to break the Glock 19 down, you are actually going to push on there are two indentation pins. One's right here, the other one's right here. You're going to push them down and release the slide. Once it goes forward, you're going to pull the trigger and remove the slide from the frame. Now, after that, you can easily pop out the spring and you can remove the barrel for cleaning. So, that's it. Glock 19 is just really easy to break down. You are looking at altogether 5 parts that you now have to clean. So the firearm has now been broken down, and one of the things I really want to stress is how important it is to have a good cleaning mat to catch all of this solvent and oils, stuff that you're going to be using on the firearm to clean it. So, today I'm using Breakthrough military grade cleaning solvent. For the sake of time, I'm going to just spray the firearm down. Now, as you spray the firearm, try to hit as much as you can. If you're trying to be really precise, you can use any of our gun tips to do this, but for the sake of time, like I said, I'm just trying to coat it really well. And you are going to let all this solvent sit. I guess I need a new bottle of Breakthrough, as I seem to be running out. Okay, get it all up in the frame. And this firearm has actually never been fired before. I have plenty of other guns. I haven't taken this one. So everything that we're about to remove out of this firearm is from the factory itself. So there's going to be factory grease in there. When you buy a new gun, it's always something also very important to do. Break your firearm entirely down. Give it a good oiling. Give it a good coating. So, like I said, be sure to let your solvent just work its way in for probably a good 30 seconds. If you can give it longer, please. This way you just have everything going, and now we're going to start using our products to clean it. The very first place to start off with your firearm is always the barrel. It is essentially, the biggest part of your firearm and one of the hardest areas to clean. Now, bore tips are superior to patches and the mop because they're lint-free, they're solvent and lubricant friendly. They offer your firearm 360 degrees of contact in the barrel, and as the foam passes down, it's going to clean out the rifling. They easily screw into your standard 832 cleaning rod. If you use a rotating cleaning rod, the bore tip will actually follow the rifling to remove debris in the rifling. So it easily passes down. You guys can't see this in the video, I'm sure, but my cleaning rod is actually rotating. You get 360 degrees of access in your bore. The white foam even doubles as a indicator of conditions in the barrel. That's the way I'll put that. So you can see, and if you have an older firearm, it's really big, shotguns, like your grandfather's old A5. There may be a little bit of pitting in there, and that little bit of pitting is going to show up on the bore tip, letting you know that there's stuff in there you have to clean. Most people have been using cotton swabs to try to get in all those harder to reach areas inside of the firearm, and no one else out there really makes products for cleaning the internal parts of your firearms. So we have developed our gun tip line. What's great about these, we offer 4 different products. Our large surface for all the internal areas, our precision tip to get in those much harder to reach areas. Areas that cotton swabs have never been able to get into, these can. Our extended reach, and our mini tips. So with the Glock 19, of course, you are going to start off with our large surface swab, which easily can clean out areas such as the well, look at that, in one swipe. Now, as I was saying earlier, let your solvent sit in there, and I did. I gave this probably a good 2 minutes of just solvent sitting inside of the firearm. Now you can just wipe all those larger areas. And you know, this firearm was probably fired once by the factory, but that is everything that I have in there. And I'm removing, it looks like there is a copper grease of some type that I'm removing. And, okay, there's even a well back here, which is obviously where the hammer strikes the firing pin, and the large surface goes all the way down in there to remove and coat. And so, now, that's our large surface, but let me use our precision tip here. This is perfect for getting in the slides of pistols. So, fits right in, just run it down the inside. Let's see what we found. There you go. Never before fired, at least by me. It's a brand new gun, I got it from Glock. But that is everything that I am removing from inside of this firearm. Look at that. Okay. So that's the slide. Now let's move on to the frame. So I'm using you get 3 of these in the multi-service 9-piece firearm cleaning kit. I'm using my second one right now, just for a general wipe down. So our product's really durable too. These things last almost forever if you take care of them and don't do anything too crazy with them. But you can easily get right under there, the feed ramp. Oh, there we go, there's some good gunk. Okay. You can easily clean out the mag well, or oil the mag well if you really need to. Be careful though doing that. You don't want oil on your ammo at all, and you definitely don't want solvent on it either. Okay. Let's use our mini tip now to get inside of areas like this little well right here. Okay, actually that was a really clean little well, so they didn't do much in there. There you go. Looks like what they did is they just really greased up the slide. They obviously wanted the gun to work. I mean, Glock's known for their reliability. They are great. Okay. Oops. Take this little guy out now. Actually, we'll use him later. So, I have cleaned the frame, the internals of the frame, the internals of the slide. Now for the spring. And I'm actually going to use our same mini tip here, but you can easily, and this is an area a lot of people forget about just because it's a pain to clean, but our product makes it easy. You just slide it down the slide, well down the spring, and as the foam enters, it's wiping all the inside of the spring or lubricating it if you'd like. And yours can continue to do that all the way down the firearm. This is actually really clean. Glock obviously didn't shoot it that much. I believe our extended reach can fit right down the spring guide. There we go. It went all the way through, comes all the way back out. I bet that's an area none of you have been able to clean before in your firearms. So now I'm going to break out some oil. I'm going to clean up some products, and we're going to go from there. So to oil the firearm, I am using Breakthrough's Battle-Born High Purity Oil. Now we're going to start, of course, by coating the barrel itself. And I'm going to use a bore stick this time since I used the bore tips to add the solvent. You know what's also nice, and it was something I didn't mention earlier. Our foam is like a sponge, so a little bit of solvent goes a long way. And I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but as it enters, there's actually a little bit of bead of the solvent being reabsorbed. And you are coating 360 degrees of that bore every time you pass a bore tip down the barrel. And I'm even going to use a little bit of the foam to wipe off the ramp. And I can also just do some general maintenance with it too. Okay. So that is our bore stick. We have our bore tip I used earlier. Now we are going to oil the entire slide and the frame and the guide spring. And I'm going to do it all with one large surface. So, as I was saying earlier, our foam absorbs all the oil, so a little bit goes a long way. And you can see in here, just going to use it just like a paintbrush. Just run it up and down, and I'm sure that many of you have painted before. It's not about putting a whole big glob on something and hoping it touches everything. It's just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. There. Turn it around. I'm actually still getting a little bit of debris left from the factory, but that's okay. Alright, I'm even gonna just kind of give it a good coating. Alright, now for the internals of the frame. So a fun little fact here, the reason that Glock was so just infamous now is Glock is of course from Austria, but they developed the Glock because the Austrian military was still using the P-38, the Walther P-38, and the military contract had come up, and the Austrians were looking for something to replace the P-38. And of course Glock got the contract. So I am just oiling the mag well right now. Just coating everything really well. So there's that one. Let's see if I can use our precision tip here to get to those good areas that you all know as shooters. The number one area to maintain are the slides. All these tight areas where the metal touches the metal. Maybe I'm going to go back here to the slide right now. I'm going to run the precision tip right down it. I can't believe all the stuff in this. Okay, let's just do a mini tip. Okay, so there's no lint left on this firearm at all. You don't have to worry about that with our products. You can hit areas that you may have not been able to hit before. There's no lint being left right now on the spring. And this is something cotton swabs just plainly don't let you do. Oh yeah, let's do that little guide rod hole there again. I'm really excited that I found that. It's definitely an area that I'm sure a lot of people have never been able to clean before. And that's our extended reach that can do that. So we're going to put back together our Glock 19 now. We're going to reassemble it, starting off with the slide. You're going to put the barrel in it. It just locks back into place like that. You're going to put the guide spring. Now you actually have to push it down to get it over this lip. So there, it's all put. Okay, slides right on over top. Make sure you line it up. And your Glock 19 is back together. Before I officially put this away though, and this is a personal thing, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to, especially if you're going to carry the firearm on you. This one's going back in the safe. So what I would suggest is get a microfiber cloth, add a little bit of oil to it, and just wipe your firearm down. I have a lot of collector firearms. If they have a wood stock, be careful when you're adding oil to it. You don't want your wood to swell. Obviously this is polymer. But just give your firearm a good coating. You help preserve it for the next generation. So today you guys have seen me use our 9mm bore tips. You've seen me use our 9mm bore sticks, and you have seen me use the 9-piece multi-surface firearm cleaning kit. You can pick up all of these either direct from us at Swab-its.com or through your local dealer.